What's going on, everyone? This is Jack with the Trading Tribe, and today we are back at it with another trade recap. I'm actually in the trade right now, so it's more of a trade review, and we can kind of go through my thought process on the swing trade. So here in ThinkorSwim, up at the top left, we can see this is ticker symbol ES, which represents the S&P 500. This is the hourly chart here, which is one of my favorite time frames, where we can see the last few weeks. And essentially we can see that natural gas has essentially been in a downtrend, but ES has been in an uptrend. I typically trade both of those futures markets, but here we can see, right, for ES, we have been just swinging high, swinging low, but making these consistent higher lows and higher highs on the 20-day time frame. So that's essentially given me the idea for the trade today. For the actual trade today, what we noticed yesterday with our inflation numbers is we actually took a big dip. We had some negative fundamental news dropped yesterday, so that caused the market to pull on back. Very similar actually to last week where the market pulled back. I then noticed that we kind of started to base just like we did last week, right? Where we came down, touched a few of these key levels that we had, and we started kind of consolidating. And by this morning, right, if anything, we were actually up quite a bit. So you'll notice ES rallied really well into the open. And that essentially gave me the idea to take on a swing trade. And how I'll do this is I'll essentially wait till these key levels are respected, and then I'll use these for my entry and my exits. So in this case, right, I bought in and I used a stop loss right under a key level, which we can see. So this stop loss here is right at that key level, and then my entry, and we'll review this on the 1-minute chart, is a little bit closer to that next key level. What's really nice here is we have really tight risk, and obviously the reward is extremely large. So we're already up 20 points or about $1,000. We can open up this active trader and actually review that. So here we can see my current position. I got filled right around 5K for this trade, and we're already up 20 points or almost 21 points. So we can see, right, the profit potential is really nice. We're already up a really nice chunk here. And if we actually look at the 1-minute chart, this will give us a little bit more context as to how I entered the trade, what I actually saw on the trade itself, and then how I'm actually planning to execute the trade moving forward. So if we drill in, right, we can see, like we mentioned, right, we had that really nice pullback on ES. We don't want to buy it as the market's dropping, so you didn't want to buy yesterday. There was really no good entries for buys. What you want to do instead is to wait, right, for this downtrend to break. So essentially, anytime after the close yesterday, that's when it really became a trade in my eyes. And then the longer you wait, the safer it is, right? So you're waiting for confirmation here. I'm sure there were some longs getting in last night, but we can see obviously by the time the market opened, right, we had really rallied here strongly into the open. I actually got in later in the day as we started to hold VWAP and these moving averages. So I waited even longer than most. And we've been trading ES this way for all month. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. I'll be happy to answer those. Hopefully this makes sense as well. So starting at that long-term time frame, I'm essentially just taking this trade hoping that ES comes up to this take profit and makes a higher high, which it has done all month. And we're essentially just trying to ride one of these swings high. And so I got in close to a key level, waited for that downtrend to actually break long term. And that's essentially how I'll time my entries. And then my exits are always around market structure. So we'll see my exit, if the trade is correct, is that higher high long term. And then my exit, if I'm not correct, right, is the bottom of that prior low. So making sure that it doesn't stop me out with just some noise today, really giving this thing some room. If you did find value in the channel or this video, feel free to like and subscribe for a lot more content like this. Thanks everyone for tuning in.